we already learned about mean, median, and also mode and also the range. Maybe if you forget, I will try to revise again in here. Mean is like we have to add everything. After that, we divide it by the total number of data given. And then mode is the value that is most common one, that is always pops up on the numbers given or the values given. That is what we call it as mode. And then for the median is the middle one. For finding the median, there are two ways. As I told you before, the median in here, there are two methods. The very first one, you have to, but both of them, you have to order first from the very smallest to the largest one. After you order, you can cross out the number from the most left one, most right one. You cross it one by one until you can find the middle one. That is what we call it as the median. Or in another way, you can use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2. Later on, when the n is given in the decimal number, maybe like 11.5, it means we have to find the 11 theta and also find the 12 theta. After that, we plus them and divide it by 2. When you do n plus 1 divided by 2, you will not directly get the answer. You will get the place where the median is. So later on, when maybe the n is 7, so 7 plus 1 divided by 2 is equals to 4. You have to order the number from the smallest to the highest, and then the fourth number, it will be the median. Something like that. I think none of you have any difficulties or getting confused, or is there anyone who get confused to find the mean, median, and also the mode? Is there anyone having any question, or maybe my explanation is too fast? You can tell me. If you really have no question, this is the n plus 1 divided by 2. It will not directly tell you what the median is. It will be only telling you the position of the median only. Okay, and then the range in here is the difference between the highest value and also the smallest value. You have to subtract them, highest minus smallest. After that, you will get the range. Maybe to make it easier, you can try to do this question. Maybe I will call you one by one to try to answer it. Sujoyo, are you still there? Sujoyo? If you don't want to speak, at least please type it through the chat box. If you do not, Sujoyo, are you still there? Or are you joining the class and leave me doing something else? Seems Sujoyo is not there. Daniel, are you still there? Now for this question, the question A, we need to find the median. Tell me, what do I have to do first to find the median? Daniel, yeah, can you tell me what do I have to do first to find the median? What do I have to do first to find the median? Okay, correct. We have to reorder the number from the smallest to the highest. So thank you for already order it. We already ordered it from it's median, not mean. If mean, we have to plus them all. Now we have median. If median, we have to reorder from the smallest to the highest. After we reorder the number from the smallest to the highest, we are going to find the middle one. For finding the middle one, you can cross out from the most left or most right, something like that, or you can use the formula. Maybe anyone already have the median. How many is the median? Is there anyone who already find the median? How many is the median? Someone told me. Maybe I need to call you one by one just to make sure if you are still there. Especially for those who are not turning on the camera. Ayong, are you still there? Ayong, are you still there? No? How many datas are there in total? There are 10 data. So we do 10 plus 1 divided by 2. 10 plus 1 divided by 2, the answer is 5.5. So it means we need to use the fifth data and also the sixth data. After that, we plus them and divide it by 2. Yes, the correct answer supposed to be 3.5. Is there anyone having any question or maybe anything confusing, especially for those who never answer anything in the class?
Teacher,
Yes?
why 10 plus 1? I thought it was 3 plus 4.
Oh yeah, it will be 3. The 10 plus 1, it is the position. Okay, wait. Yeah, it will be 3 plus 4, correct. Where is my pen? Sorry. Wait. Thank you. Wait, let me write it first. Yeah, correct. Why is it 10 plus 1? The number 10, it will represent how many datas are there in total. There are 10 numbers, so it means 10 plus 1 divided by 2. We will get it as 5.5 data. When it is decimal, so it means we need to find the fifth and also the sixth, which is the fifth, it will be equals to 3, and then the sixth one, it will be equals to 4. So we do 3 plus 4 divided by 2, which is equals to 3.5. If using formula is too confusing for you, do crossing out. Cross it one by one like this, and then I already crossed 2 and then cross the third one, cross the fourth one. So the leftover one, we have 3 and 4. We plus them and divide it by 2. Any question? I hope no, but if you have any, please let me know. No? Now for finding the mean. How do we find the mean? Can anyone tell me what is the mean? Let me find. Owen, are you there? Owen? Owen?
Yeah.
Can you help me to find the mean? Mean is still easy. Can you help me to find the mean? You can use calculator.
My calculator is gone, teacher.
You have phone. The phone has
Yes, teacher.
calculator, right? You are using phone also, so I think you can calculate using your phone. Many is the mean. Is there anyone who already find out what is the mean? I have two different answer from the chat box. There are some student told me it is 3.5, the other student tell me it is 3.6. What do you think, Awan? What is your answer?
3.6.
Yeah, correct. The final answer, it will be 3.6 for the mean. Any question or maybe my explanation is confusing, you have to calculate it properly. 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus
Yeah.
3 plus 3 and so on until plus it by 4. It will be equals to 36, and 36 divided by 10, it will be 3.6. The range, Richie, are you there? Richie? Richie, are you there? Your audio is not connected. Oh my god.
Um,
Oh, okay. Can you help me to find the range, Richie?
uh, 4.
How do you get 4? Correct. The answer is 4, but can you tell me how do you get 4?
And
Oh, yeah,
maximum
okay.
6, the minimum 2.
Okay, correct. Thank you, Richie. So far, is there anyone having any question? Sorry for the noise. Is there anyone having any question? No?
No.
Okay. If no question, I will move to the next question. For the next question, I have frequency data in here. it's already given the data, it will be given in a table. The question will be the same. You need to find the mode, median, and also the mean. For finding the mode when it is given in the frequency table, it will be the most easiest one to find out. So what is the mode? Anyone can help me to find? What is the mode? Okay, someone told me that the mode it is equals to 1 through the chat box. Yes, when it is already given in the frequency table, the one that having the highest frequency, we call it as mode. So the mode it will be equals to 1. Now for the median. For finding the median, as you already learned the frequency, cumulative frequency, you can find the cumulative frequency first. The cumulative frequency, it will be 7. Now 7, we plus it with 14, it will be equals to 21. After that, the 21, we plus it with 13, so it will be equals to 34. After 34, what number it will be? Can anyone tell me? Sujoyo, maybe? I called you before and you were not there. Can you tell me? Can you tell me
Teacher,
what number it will be after 34?
teacher.
Yes? Yes, someone. Okay. Yes.
Today cannot join because he's having connection problem right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Owen, for telling me. Only good day. Okay, then. Richie is there. I don't know where is Samia with Fia and also Gaby is not there. Okay, thank you. Now, after 42, what number it will be? 45. After 45, it will be 49. So the last one, it will be 50. So it means in total, it will be 50 data. So use the formula 50 plus 1 divided by 2. The answer, it will be equals to 25.5. So it means we need to find the 25 data and also the 26 data. What is the 25th data? Anyone can help me? What is the 25th data? The 25th data is not 14, not 14. The 25th data, what number it will be for the 25th? It's 25th. So if 7 in here, for 7, it means we have 0 until 7. After 7, we have another number which is 8. Because the cumulative frequency is 21, so it means the 8 until the 21 data is number 1. After that, after 21, it will be 22. The last one is 34. So it means the 22nd until the 34th data, it will be equals to 2. So can you tell me what is the 25th data? Can you tell me the 25th data? Yes, the 25th data, it will be equals to 2. And then for the 26th data, what number it will be? For the 26, it's also equals to 2. So now for the 25th and also 26th data, we need to plus them and divide it by 2. 2 plus 2 divided by 2, the answer will be equals to, sorry, this is not good enough. Yeah, so it will be equals to 2 for the median. Is there anyone having any question, or maybe my explanation is too confusing for you to understand? You can tell me so I can try to repeat it again.
How do we get 21?
From the cumulative frequency. The cumulative frequency is 21. How do you get 21? 7 plus 14. It will be equals to 21. After that, 21 plus 13. It will be equals to 34. After that, 34 plus 8. It will be equals to 42 and so on. Is it clear or is it still confusing?
Here.
Okay. Okay, if it is really clear enough, now we are going to find the mean. For finding the mean when it is given in the cumulative frequency, remember the formula when it is cumulative already in the frequency table. For the mean, it will be sigma fx divided by sigma f. F is the frequency, X is the value. So now this is for the number of the goals. We make it the goals, it will be X. The frequency, it will be F. Fx mean F times X. We need to find the calculation for each Fx. So 0 times 7, it will be 0. For the next column, what is the Fx? Hello? 1 times 14, which is equals to 14. And then after that, the second column, how many it will be? 26. After that, what number it will be? 24. After that, it will be 12. After that, it will be 20. And then the last one, it will be equals to 6. So we need to find the total to find the sigma fx. How many is it if we calculate them in total? How many are they if we plus them all? You can use calculator, right? 40, 40, 30. Is it 102 or maybe I make a wrong calculation? Okay, 102, correct. Thank you then. It will be 102. The sigma f is the total frequency. If you already used the cumulative frequency before, the last number it will be the sigma f. So now we already the sigma fx, which is equals to 102, and then the sigma f it will be equals to 50. We need to divide them. How many it will be? Read the question properly. To the nearest whole number. So if we round off this number to the nearest whole number, what is the answer? Is it 1, 2, 3? Yes, correct. The answer it will be equals to 2. Any question so far, or maybe my explanation is confusing? No? Okay. If you really have no question, I will continue to the next one. To the next slides. Now we have to plot the frequency table into a cumulative frequency graph. Whenever you have to draw the cumulative frequency graph, you will be needing a good grid paper. After that, from this table, the first thing that you need to do is finding the midpoint. So Joya, do you still remember how do we find the midpoint? Is it you or is it the background? Yeah. Sujoyo,
It's me, teacher.
because it's not move at all, so I just want to check. I'm afraid if it is a background or anything.
Oh, it's me, teacher.
No, you are not moving at all.
I'm moving.
I don't see the movement. Okay then. So can you do you still remember what is the midpoint? How do we find the midpoint?
The point is should uh, should count the mid one and divided by 2. Right?
Yeah, you have to plus them and then divide it by 2, correct? So later on for the things that you have to do, you have to find the midpoint. After you find the midpoint, you have to find the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is the things that we done before. This is 13. After that, you plus it by 33, you get 46. 46, you plus it with 35, you will get 81. After that, 81, you plus it with 11, you will get 92. After you already have the cumulative frequency and also the midpoint, later on you will just draw it properly and connect them. Is there anyone having any questions still about drawing the cumulative frequency, or maybe my explanation is confusing or not really clear enough for you to understand? No? Yeah, I don't think I will give you a question to draw. All of you, do you have any millimeter paper, millimeter grid paper? Do you have it?
No.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I will give you a task to draw a cumulative frequency for the task for the next week. I will give you the cumulative frequency diagram. You will have to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, median, and then after that interquartile range, something like that only. So now I will move to the box and whisker plot. For the box and whisker plot, you will be needing some values, which are the smallest value, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and also the largest value. You have to put it in an order. So I have example question in here. There is a shoe size, and then as you can see, the lowest shoe size, it will be equals to how many is it? It will be equals to about 1.5, and then for the highest shoe size, it will be equals to 13. So for finding the range, you just need to subtract the largest value with the smallest value, which is equals to 11.5. 13 minus 1.5, it will be 11.5. The range, it will be telling us the spreading of the data. More range, it means the data is more spread out, or you can say that the data is more varied. More range, it means the data is more spread out, or more range means the data is more varied. You can write it in these two sentences. They are same. I have the same meaning for for making a description based on the range value. After that, we have the interquartile range. For the interquartile range, in here we need to find the difference between upper quartile and also the lower quartile. The upper quartile, it will be equals to 10. So you check the line for the upper quartile, and also you check the value below the line, it is 10. For the lower quartile, it will be equals to 4. So 10 minus 4, it will be equals to 6 for the interquartile range. For this kind of case, for the median, for the average, you will only take the median value. You cannot compare it using the mode or even the mean, because for the box and whisker plot, you will be only having the smallest value. Sorry, a lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and also the largest value. And is there anyone who's still confused to read the box and whisker plot? I just want to revise for today. So next week I can directly make a chapter wise test. No, because yeah. So now I already have this kind of question. We have the values, and then for the value we have to draw the box and whisker plot. When you are drawing a box and whisker plot, you are not having a grid paper maybe at home, but you still have a ruler. So please kindly maintain the distance when you are draw the line. Do not only draw a random line and then you put a random number. I don't want it. So please measure it properly. When I check it, I want to see a neat box and whisker plot. If box and whisker plot, actually you don't have to use the grid paper, only ruler and a paper. I think all of you will be having a ruler, right? Physics needs ruler also, but for grid paper maybe only maths. For physics only little question that will be needing a grid paper. That's why I will not give any question for drawing the cumulative frequency, but you need to draw the box and whisker plot. Now we already have the lowest mark, which is equals to lowest mark is 12. So now we need to find the 12 and make a line at the 12. This is for the 12 will be like that. After that, the highest mark is 55. We need to find the value for the 55. 55, I think it will be about in here. Let me know if maybe I uploaded in a wrong place. After that, we can go to the median. The median is 32. Oopsie, I think for the lowest mark is the wrong position. Okay, sorry. This is the lowest mark. And then for the median, it says 32. So we make a line for the 32. After that, for the upper quartile, it will be 41. So we make a line in here for the 41. After that, we go to the interquartile range. We only have the interquartile range. Interquartile range is the difference between upper quartile and also the lower quartile. So now I have Q3 minus Q1. The answer is equals to 22. The Q3 was 41. I don't know the Q1. Can you help me? How many is the Q1? How many is the Q1? Can you tell me how many is the Q1? Yeah, thank you. The Q1 it will be equals to 19. So we make a line at 19 and then the box in here it will be connecting only the upper quartile and also lower quartile. You can draw a line. Where is my pen? So this is the line. Oops, sorry. Yeah, my god, not really proper, sorry. Yeah, later you can use the ruler so you can draw it much better than I draw. So now you can connect them. After that you will make a line again to connect the highest and also the lowest one. My god, this pencil is not really working. I don't know why. I need to move them. Okay, well, you can connect, make it neatly, so it will be something like that. It's supposed to be more neatly than what I draw in here. Is there anyone having any question to draw the box and whisker plot? Is there anyone? No? I hope this is clear enough for you. If you have no question, I will continue to the next question. For the next question, we have the cumulative frequency. Now from the cumulative frequency, I want you to draw the box and whisker plot. For the Cambridge paper also we have this kind of question. So for finding in here we already have the lightest member, it will be 61 kg, so we can plot where is the 61. This is not really proper range. Later on you can make a proper range because I just want to make the space fit enough for one slide, so we don't have to scroll up and down to read the question. Now we already have the lightest and also the heaviest one. The lightest one was 61 kg. The heaviest one was 135 kg. Not enough space, sorry. Yeah, after that we need to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, and also the median. Now we already have one in here. We already see it's 100 people. When it is only 100 people, now we can find the Q1 or the lower quartile. Lower quartile, it will be 1 per 4 of the total data. So from the cumulative frequency, 1 per 4 of 100, it will be equals to 25. So we can make a line at number 25. After that, you can find the value. Yeah, it is estimation. You can tell me how many it will be. What do you think? You will be given the range also. What number it will be? Yeah, I think it's also about 84. So we will decide the Q1 as 84. The Q1 it will be equals to 84. After that the median it will be a halfway of the cumulative frequency. A half of 100 it will be equals to 50. So you make a line at 50. After that you go down to read how many is the Q2. Yeah, as you can read it by yourself. Is it 92 or 93? Yeah, we can make it as 92. Yeah, we will make the Q2 as 92. And then now we go to the Q3. Q3 is 3 per 4. 3 per 4 of 100, it will be equals to 75. So now we make a line at 75. Later on for the chapter wise test also I will give you a range for the number that you can write. How many it will be? 102 also, yeah. I will make it the Q3 as 102. If you think I read the slides in a wrong way, you can tell me. I'm not really good at reading something that is given in the screen. So now we already have this value. We already have the lowest and also the highest one. So later you can plot it properly on your graph. Yeah, I will not draw it properly. Later on you can draw it properly. Sorry. So this is for the will be the smallest value. Will be the Q1. The middle one will be the median. After the median you will be having the Q3 or the upper quartile, and then the last one you will be having the highest value. Is there anyone having any question? You can draw it better. Yeah, for the range, yeah, you have. What do you mean by draw the range? Oh yeah, you have to keep it in a good range. So like maybe you have ruler, you can make like 1 centimeter for a 10 or maybe 1 centimeter for 20, something like that. So later on it will be clearly visible for it will be a positive skewing or maybe negative or maybe balance, something like that that I told you before. Yeah, you have to draw it in a proper range, not draw it like what I do in here. Yeah, I'm not giving you a good example, I'm sorry. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Just for revising, is there anyone having any question? So this the kind of any question that I talk to you today will be the type of question that will be there on the chapter wise test. I hope that all of you will be having a good marks because this chapter is quite easy, I think. Now, how estimate the mean? How do we estimate the mean? If when we estimate the mean in here, usually the table will be given in a range. Because the table is given in a range, we have to find the midpoint first. The midpoint later on, you have to plus the value that is given in the interval, you plus them and then divide it by 2. After that, you need to multiply the midpoint with the frequency. So you will be having the fx. After that, you have to total the frequency. You will be having the sigma f. So for the mean, later on, you will be calculate as sigma fx divided by sigma f. You can calculate using a calculator. So for this kind of a question, we have 0 until 10. The first thing that we have to do, we have to find the value, the midpoint between 0 and 10. So 0 plus 10, it will be equals to 10. 10 divided by 2, it will be equals to 5. After that, for this midpoint, it will be equals to 15. After that, it will be equals to 25. After that, it will be equals to 35. So now we can find the fx. For finding the fx, you can multiply the midpoint with the frequency. So 5 times 2, it will be 10. 15 times 45. Anyone can help me? How many it will be? 15 times 45. 225, 675 is it? Yeah. 675. Okay, thank you. Now we have 25 times 25. It will be 625. And then we have 35 times 3. It will be equals to 105. You can plus them all and then after that you can divide it by the sigma f. Sigma f in here, it will be the total frequency. So you need to find the total frequency. How many is the total frequency? Can anyone help me? Or maybe the total, the sigma fx, maybe you can help me also. How many it will be? Yeah, for the sigma f, it will be 75. For the sigma fx, how many it will be? This is 100. Is it 1 4? Okay, 1 4 15. Thank you for. Oh my god. After that, for finding the mean, you can directly divide them. So 1415 divided by 75. Is there anyone having any question? You can calculate later on by your own calculator. Now for the next question, we have to find the standard deviation. For finding the standard deviation, is there anyone who still remember the formula for finding the standard deviation? Is there anyone still remember the formula for the standard deviation? Square root of what, yeah? Anyone still remember? No? Is there anyone still remember? Sigma fx square. Okay. Fx square divided by sigma f. After that, we subtract it with the x bar square. X bar square in here is the mean. Is there anyone having any question, or maybe I'm write the formula in a wrong way? You can tell me. Okay, so now we already have the x only. We only have the x. You need to find the x square. So for the x square in here, we need to find the x square. So it will be 5 to the power of 2. It will be 25. And then 15 to the power of 2. It will be 225. 25 to the power of 2. It will be 625. 35 to the power of 2, it will be 12 to 5. After that, we need to find the fx square. Fx square, it means we have to multiply the x square with the frequency. So now we are going to find out the fx square. So we have 25 times 5, it will be equals to 125. And then after that 225 times 15, my brain is not capable to calculate it. Let me use my phone to calculate. 15 times 225, it will be equals to 3375. After that, we use the other number, we have 625. We multiply it by 25, it will be equals to 15,625. After that, we multiply the 1225 with 35. It will be equals to 42,875, and then we need to plus them all. So we will get the sigma fx square. Or is there anyone who have any confusion? Maybe my explanation is too fast or anything, you can remind me. How many is the sigma fx square? Is there anyone already find it? Yeah, it will be 125 plus 3375 plus 16625 plus 42875. It will be equals to 62,000. Thank you, Natalie. Okay, it will be 62,000. So now we just need to put the numbers to the formula. So we will have it as, let me change the color, maybe it will be confusing for you later on. So we have 62,000, we divided by the total frequency, which is 75. Now after that we subtract it with the mean square. The mean is how many? Is there anyone who already find the mean? Or maybe if you haven't find it, you just can keep it the number as a fraction. Okay, someone told me the answer, it will be 18.9 to the nearest three significant figures. So we have 18.9 to the power of 2. You can calculate it using calculator. So next week for the chapter wise test, you need to prepare a calculator, prepare a ruler, prepare a paper. You can calculate it by yourself. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Or maybe my explanation is too fast or anything, you can tell me.
Teacher, the
Yes.
fx that 125 times 5. Not
Oh
25 times 2.
yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, I make a wrong calculation in here. I misread. Okay, thank you so much, Erika. So start from the 225. Yeah, I make a wrong. Yeah. Thank you. It will be 225 times 45. Thank you so much, Erika. Oops, sorry.
25 times 2, teacher, so 50.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. I misread. Okay, so start from here. Let me change the color then. Okay then. So this is for the fx square. The very first fx square, it will be 50. And then the second fx square, it will be 225 times with 45, which is equals to 10,125. Am I doing it correctly now? Or maybe I still misread the table? You can tell me if maybe I make a wrong calculation or wrong steps or anything. I'm a normal human, I make mistake too. Correct, I think for the previous one, it will be 15,625. And then for the last one, we have 1,225. We need to multiply it by 3. So we have it as 3,675, I think. Oopsie, I got a typo everywhere. 3,675. Okay. So now we plus them all. How many it will be in total? 50 plus 10,125 plus 15,625 plus 3,000 Is it 29,447.5 for 475? Is it correct, or maybe I mispressed my calculator too? Okay, oopsie. How many it will be? 50. Is there anyone have different answer, or maybe I mispress my calculator or anything? I have different answer with someone through the chat box. Is it 29,475 or 29,675? Which one? I think, oh yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for those who already told me. So now we can replace the number, and later on you can calculate it by yourself. Is there anyone still having any difficulties or any confusion right now? It's already time's up. Just to make sure you can calculate it by yourself. How many it will be in for the final answer? I mispressed. Is it 5.99? Is there anyone have different answer with the one who already told me? See. Yeah, I got it as, yeah, I get it. I just make it into one significant, one decimal place or three significant figures. It will be about 19.7, I think, if I'm not making any wrong calculation. Is there anyone having any questions so far? This all the material that will be there on the chapter wise test. Is there anyone having any question or maybe get confused still? Oh, sorry, it's 18.9. Sorry, I put the decimal point in a wrong way. Is there anyone having any question? No? For sure, you do not have any question? Hello? Or maybe I make a wrong calculation or anything, you can tell me? No? Okay. If you do not have any question, I think that's all for today's class.